Welcome back. In the previous part, we finished off all the requests that we currently have. So let's carry on with the story, which requires us to go over to 9 Varley. It still doesn't feel right walking into a place this shady as a police officer. I completely agree. No matter how many times we come here, I never get used to it. Regardless, let's ask Ashleigh if she knows anything about the man we met. I don't like rain. It's wet. And cold and irritating. It gets everywhere. Say, you think you could kill a rain cloud if you shot it with an orbital gun? Shoot to rain? What do you even say to a question like that? I don't know where to begin. Damn you, rain. Wet, cold, irritating, it's so depressing. Maybe shooting it with a gun is unrealistic. What about an orbital bomb? A bomb might work. Yeah. But she's clearly on the path to the dark side, isn't she? Back again already, SSS. It needs something from me. Yes, actually. There's something we'd like your perspective on. As a weapons dealer, I mean. Yeah, and what would that be? You come to ask me what Zhao and his buddies are up to? So, you know about that too. But no, it's about a different matter entirely. A huge one-eyed man with red hair. Triple dot. Do you know anything? We suspect he's connected to the underworld one way or another. That description fits a few people I might know. But given what's going on in Crossbell right now... Triple dot... Is it that bad? Well... I was thinking about the worst case scenario. You kiddies wouldn't have any chance in hell of matching him in a fight. Are you saying he's... So, does that mean he really is a terrorist? Or a Jaeger? I wonder. If it's who I think it is, then we've had dealings before. So, I can't divulge everything. But, if he's a terrorist, we have a duty to act. Even Crossbell has laws that protect against the threat of terrorism. I'm going to have to ask you again. What do you know? Lloyd? Not bad. You really are Guy's younger brother, you know that? You're a tough customer. You knew my brother, Ashleigh? You might know that Dudley comes by here every now and then. But before him, there was another eccentric detective that used to keep tabs on the downtown district. We lost an interesting man that day 3 years ago. In honor of that idiot, I'll throw you a bone just this once. My worst case scenario isn't that he's a terrorist, not by the letter of the law. But he is dangerous. Like a man-eating tiger. Man-eating tiger? Oh boy, that's not what we were hoping to hear. Well, I can't say for sure whether it's really him. You said the man you saw was alone, yeah? The guy I'm thinking of would usually be with subordinates or a companion. Really? Sounds more like a military structure. Huh. That's enough for now. You'll have to figure out the rest out yourselves. Fine. Thanks for your help, Ashleigh. Come to think of it, where's Red and Micro? Red and Micro? She must mean Randy and Tio. They're on personal assignments right now and haven't come back to the SSS yet. It'll be a little while longer before they can join us. Got it. Don't have a clue what Micro is up to. But I got a beat on Red. He's helping with the CGF's rehab training, isn't he? How do you know that? Nice flex, Ashleigh. Listen, when you run a shop like this, you get to know these things. Is something wrong? Nah, forget it. As long as you guys are working hard, that's good enough for me. Keep up the pace so that you don't fall behind Red when he gets back, you know? Sure, I guess. Barking up the wrong tree if you think you're going to get any more out of me. I'm not confident in the info, and even if I was, I'm under no obligation to tell you. You should do some real detective work and try to find out the rest on your own. Well, we'll try. Still drizzling, huh? Mama, did you unpack the new goods that came in yesterday? There's no need to rush when the weather's like this. More importantly, Jingo, did you see anyone strange when you went out earlier? Strange? Crossbell's full of weirdos, Mama. Like that sister who bought a mountain of bread. Or that tourist guy who wears sandals. Don't forget Wazy. He's the weirdest of the bunch. Sandals. Alright. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm sure he would have brought that daughter of his if he really came to Crossbell. Shally. So, that was 9 volley exchange. It definitely leaves an impression on you. You dodged our question, though. True, but we have to understand that shops like 9 Varley have an honor code to uphold. I'm grateful she told us as much as she did. It's a good point. She also described the man she was thinking of like a tiger. If he's not a terrorist, then there's a good chance he's a Jaeger. It makes sense. But I also wouldn't expect a Jaeger to be alone. Should we report this to the chief? Yeah, that's a good call. It is Jaegers we're dealing with. Could really use Randy's insight right now. There's nothing we can do about that, though. The support requests are finished, so maybe we should just head back to the SSS building. Alright, what? Wait, why is that not... Something's gonna happen story-related, isn't it? Because... I thought I pressed the wrong button and was like, no wait, that is my button. Like, whee! Whee! Can't wait to see what happens on the left. There we go.
Mate ya, kora.
Where have you been? Is that?
Baldo ka?
Indeed. Hey, isn't he? Yes. He's the leader of a gang here called the Saber Vipers. How's it going, Wald? Heard you haven't been hanging around your crew as much. Shut the hell up. It's none of your damn business. And like you're one to talk, you bastard. How the hell did you get off on signing up to be one of the CPD's leash? The hell is that all about? It's not a big deal, really. The testaments are fine with it, and no one else is objecting, right? Don't screw with me, you can't be serious. You think you could just walk out of the downtown district without settling things with Wald Wales? You expecting me to overlook that? Huh? Triple dot. Wald, slow down. It's not like that. Stay out of this. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing getting in bed with the damn cops, Wazy. But you know just as well as I do. There ain't no way in hell you're walking out of here alive. This isn't going well. Wald? Wazy? It's fine. I'll handle this. You know, don't you, Wald? Should be obvious by now. Both the Testaments and the Saber Vipers can't exist forever. What? I founded the Testaments to stop the Saber Vipers from doing whatever they wanted in the downtown district. Looking back, those little Testaments of mine have grown a lot. Now even without me, they can hold their own and keep you guys in check. My job here is already done. You son of a bitch. That's not all. One day, I know the other members will outgrow the team as well. They'll leave this life behind and find their own paths. There's no doubt in my mind. Wazy. Well put, Wazy. The Saber Vipers are no different. Sure, you guys are rough around the edges, but you have heart and spirit. Even a mafia couldn't shake you. You get it now, Wald? Even you. You're gonna find your path one day, too.
まさかてめえがそんな甘っちょろいこと抜かすとはな。
Suddenly feels like Yakuza.
もういい。それ以上喋るな。
Kiryu-chan!
てめえはこの聖域を汚した。絶対に許すわけにはいかねえ。
Very well. Wazy, wait. Stand back, Lloyd. This is a beating I have to deliver myself. Looks like you still got some balls after all. I'm gonna beat your ass proper and let you bleed out on the streets. I'll wake you up if it doesn't kill you.
おしゃべりは終わりだ。
あ?
What the?
バルド、本気で行くよ。
てめえ、一体。
僕の相手じゃないね。
Wait, why does it suddenly go green? It looked yellow at first. Alright, so... I don't know the music enough. Just listen to it for a moment. Let's actually analyze it, although I don't need to, because I do have information. Leader of the Saber Vipers, superhuman strength shows in his great physique. Okay.
Enigma駆動。僕の番か。エニグマ駆動。甘いね。やれやれ。
Okay. Let's come with like normal attack and then S-Blink.
やれやれ。覚悟はいいかい。 そらそらはあデッドリンやれやれ
バカなありえねえ
That's quite simple. Ack. You bastard. Don't tell me you've had that in your back pocket this whole damn time. I'm no Randy when it comes to playing it close to my chest, but this was a bit of an unfair move. Didn't hold anything back today. This was my final act of good faith to you. Damn you, Wazy. Goodbye, Wald. Had fun these last 2 years. He was like, I guess we're leaving? I like the shaking of the little... arrow at the bottom of the speech box. Oh, I am saying his name right. Ish. Wazy, are you okay? Sorry you guys had to see that. I think I got a little carried away back there. That's usually not my style. Sure, but... no, never mind. It happens to the best of us. I don't understand why things have to be the way they are between you two. With that said, I respect the way you handled yourself back there. Yeah, me too. I think Walt will understand one day. I hope you're right. Sorry for taking our time. Let's move on. Let's go see Wald. Sorry, Lloyd. Mind giving me some time before we go back to the downtown district? Even a little bit is fine. I'd imagine going back so soon would go over well. Yeah, alright. No, that ruins my entire point, doesn't it?
Hi.
Hello, Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support Section speaking.
どうも、ロイドさん。
It's Fran!
雨の中、ご苦労様です。
Oh, hi Fran. What's up? Do we have an urgent request? Well, sorta. You remember Mayor Bixon from Mines, right? Yeah, of course. Has something happened over in the mining village? Yes, he reported that they have monster trouble inside the mines again. But more specifically, it's in the old deserted mine just outside of town. Is it strange for monsters to appear there? No, and none of the miners have been attacked or anything like that. But the mayor said that something strange is happening inside the mine. So he'd like the SSS to come investigate as a precaution. Something strange. I wonder what that means. Okay, we're done with every other urgent request we had on our plate, so we'll get to mines as soon as we can. Sounds good. Oh, and I should let you know that you also received a support request for wanted monster on the Mines Mountain Path. If you can, please do that while on your way to mines. Got it. It also sounds like the weather is clear to the northwest of the city, so it shouldn't be raining on the mountain path. Feel free to drive your car there if you want to. Oh, really? Good to know. We'll walk. There'll be chests. Thanks, friend. Contact us again if something new comes up. You betcha. Talk to you guys later. That sounded like Fran. Has something happened in mines? Yeah. The mayor contacted the CPD about something strange happening in one of their old mines. We're done with support requests inside the city, so let's head there once we're ready. Oh, and the weather is apparently clear in that direction. We can take the car if we want. Aye, aye, leader. We're going to mines by car, and let's swing by the SSS building's back entrance. A new wanted monster support request was added to the detective notebook and SSS terminal. Now, I was told, and I do have a backup guide to make sure of these things, that as a result of everything we've done here, there is another support request that's now popped up, and it's very easy to miss. So let's go get it. Where is he? I see. That's an interesting way to put it. Well, isn't Lloyd and company? Who is this, Uncle Miles? I'd like you to meet Nielsen. He's an international journalist of great renown. Nielsen, this is the special support section that everyone in Crossbell City goes on and on about. Nice to meet you. My name's Lloyd Bannings. Ah, so this is the SSS. And if you're Lloyd, that would make you its leader, hmm? And thank you for people down in the comments, and I also checked myself like, yes, this is the guy we did meet in Sky the Third. On the airship at the beginning. Interesting. Mm-hmm. You have a very dulcet-sounding voice, if you don't mind me saying. Oh, thank you so very much, yes. Threw me off there. Oh, pardon my asking, but would you happen to be... That's correct. I lost my sight many years ago in an accident. There you are, Director. You still haven't returned from your break. The front desk misses you, you know. It was telling me all about her. I was like, where is he? Where is he? Whoopsie daisy. I got too wrapped up in our conversation. You'll have to excuse me. Duty calls, as they say. Of course. If you'd like, then let's catch up again and exchange notes. Sure thing. Drop by whenever you like. Take care, Lloyd. Looks like you're up. Yeah, sure. I thought he was going to go up the stairs and it's like, that's the wrong way. What did he mean by... Please allow me to introduce myself once again. I'm Nielsen, a freelance journalist. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Same here. Nice to meet you. Nielsen. Where have I heard that name before? Truth be told, where have you heard that name before? I know where I've heard it before. Where have you heard it before? Truth be told, I've been greatly looking forward to meeting with the Special Support Section. It's an honor. I'll be frank, you're Nielsen. I'd like to submit a request to you. Do you think you could hear me out? Sure. How can we help? The thing is, I'm currently conducting an investigation into the cult incident from this past spring. However, there are still several things I'm unclear about in my research. So whom better to consult than the team that played a pivotal role in resolving that very crisis? You want to interview us about the cult incident? Sounds like you already know a thing or two about it. What should we do, Lloyd? Case is already closed, and I don't think we can disclose any more than what's already known. You're right. But by going through with his interview, we may be able to reach some closure. Oh, we'll cooperate with Nielsen. Alright then. We'll agree to the interview. However, say no more. I understand that, given your position, there are some things you cannot say. You're welcome to decline answering as many questions as you'd like. I also think it would be best to consider anything we discussed today as strictly off the record. Gotcha. Thanks for understanding. One thing though. Where should we hold it? I think doing it right here could be a problem. In that case, how about the discussion space upstairs? It's secluded, and we'll know if anyone is approaching. I think it's the perfect spot. It sounds like a good idea to me. Let's head there. Cooperation with cult incident coverage. Thank you for agreeing to this interview. First, let's start by recalling how the incident originated. It began with the DG cult, whose creed called for rejecting Adios and seemingly worshipping demons. Over 10 years ago, they started to serially abduct children from across the continent. I'd like to review how those abductions were resolved by going back to 6 years ago. It was then that a large-scale operation was conducted to expose and exterminate cult lodges all over the continent. Do you know the forces responsible for carrying out that operation? Yes, it was... So militaries are pleased, all of the above. Simple as that. A joint effort between several nations' militaries and police forces, as well as the Bracer Guild, right? Correct. Because of the scale of the abductions, an international task force was assembled to carry out the investigation. Precisely. And leading that task force was the Bracer Guild's Cassius Bright as commander. May I interrupt for a moment? Is Cassius Bright... You mean the Brigadier General Bright, commander of LaBelle's Royal Army? That he is. He once retired from the Royal Army and spent about 10 years as a bracer. He then rejoined the army 2 years ago. 2 years ago. It's almost 2 years ago from our point of view. More a year ago. Thinking about it. It was last year we played Sky, wasn't it? God, time has been just weird due to the pandemic. That's quite the career path. Maybe, but there's something else. I hadn't realized it until now, but Bright is also the name of... Yeah, I confirmed it while reviewing documents during my training with the 1st Division. Cassius Bright is Estelle Bright's father, and Joshua is his adopted son. I knew it. No way. I thought there was something special about her during our little chase battle. I never would have imagined she came from fame. So, you know the daughter of Brigadier General Bright, do you? I've heard of her exploits through my work as well. Well, we got to know her a little bit earlier this year. Anyway, I'm sorry for getting us off topic. Please continue. Yes, very well. 6 years ago, the suppression operation was carried out at the command of Cassius Bright of the Bracer Guild. That operation was thought to have eliminated 90% of the cult's influence. Among those participating in the operation was a certain promising squad from the Crossbell Police Department, led by Sergei Liu. The same Sergei Liu who is today the section chief of the SSS. He and his 2 subordinates carried the flag of the CPD for that operation. The other 2 would be Arias McLean and Lloyd's older brother, Guy Bannings. Looks like you've done your homework. And you even know about the connection between me and Guy. You've researched the case rather well. Even among the police, there are only a select few that know that much. When you've done this for as long as I have, you develop good sources. Guy Bannings was one of those sources himself, even. He was? Yes. Guy lent me his aid several times before his passing. But I digress. There was also one other Crossbellan who played a role in the cult investigation. That would be Ian Grimwood, a lawyer and civilian advisor. Even then, Mr. Grimwood was well known and respected for his expertise regarding civil rights. He had even contributed toward gathering intelligence regarding the abductees. I'm reminded that he told us he assisted in the investigation. I see, so that's the role he played. I've also heard the church and a mysterious organization played a role down the line. Because of them, the remaining cult influence after the suppression quickly vanished. The church. Is that what Father Kevin was referring to? And the mysterious organization is likely that society we've heard of. Both of them like to stay elusive, don't they? Yes, don't they, Wazy? Don't they? Uh-huh. Nevertheless, the cult's activities should have concluded years ago. But several months ago, it became clear that there were still remnants of the cult. I know you're all too aware of who I'm referring to. Joachim Gunther, surviving member of the cult, finally came out of hiding. That's right. He clearly had knowledge of the cult's inner workings prior to the operation. However, in the end, was Joachim Gunther the cult's leader? I want to say no. I don't think it's that simple. So it's like, he wasn't a simple cultist, and I don't want to say yes, because that feels wrong. Like, I don't think we're done with the DG cult or my throat going weird. So he was a high priest. No, he wasn't. He was a high priest within the cult. That's right, he said so himself. Yeah, but he also seemed to have a knack for research. It's like he worked on several experiments. I believe that's what led to his familiarity with the cult's inner workings. A reasonable theory. It was that position which allowed him to further his research using the experiment results from around the continent. After he successfully evaded the suppression operation from 6 years ago, he went into hiding. Upon learning of former Speaker Hartman's weakness for a facility called Paradise, he was able to take refuge in Crossbell. Finally, he perfected the drug bearing the name for true wisdom, Gnosis. I'm unclear of the details of what the drug did and why, but my understanding is that he did it to fulfill the cult's ambitions. That's right, the cult's ambitions. He said their goal was to make Gear into the true god. Yeah, so claimed he could perceive things while under the influence of red gnosis. But in the end, we didn't get an opportunity to question him and learn all of the details. As always, there are unanswered questions. But I do believe we've outlined most of what occurred during the incident. I'd like to finish by reflecting on the DG cult's origins. Would that be alright with you? The cult's roots? Yes. Do you happen to know how many years ago the cult's origins traced back to? Yeah, it was about 500 years ago, wasn't it? The cult traces back to 500 years ago, to Crossbell's Middle Ages. What makes you say that? We heard it from Joachim Gunther himself. He said that 500 years ago, there were powerful alchemists in this land. The cult had been using their technology from the moment of its founding. But who those alchemists were has remained a mystery. I see. So Joachim Gunther divulged that much information after all. Yes. There were once alchemists in this land, the ones that built Stargazer's tower. It's amazing to think that their knowledge, which was only a mere legend, would be brought to light in such a sinister way. It's certainly surprising. Yes. Could you believe the girl that all of you took in is also over 500 years old? I was gonna say, like, you guys better react to that. Just how much do you know about the incident? My apologies. That remark was uncouth of me. I simply came to such a ridiculous idea by combining my information with yours. I swear by the goddess I won't print that, so please, relax. Right. And with that, I believe our interview has come to an end. Thank you very much for your help today. It was very insightful. Not at all. It was for us as well. Oh, I believe it's time for me to be heading to my next appointment. If you could excuse me then. Should the opportunity arise, I would like for us to do this again sometime. Interesting. Is he just very, very insightful, or does he have other sources? For a blind man, he sure knows how to get around. There's something about him, isn't there? Yeah, and he's full of surprises. But he did give his word regarding Kia, so let's hope we can trust him. Right. What's up, Ellie? It's finally hit me. I know where I've heard that name. That man just now was Marcel Nielsen. He's a Crossbell journalist that was awarded the Pulitzer Prize about 10 years ago. Wow, even I've heard of the Pulitzer Prize. Yeah, it's an international award given to the most outstanding journalist each year. That explains how he's so knowledgeable. Wait, if he's from Crossbell, does that mean... Yes. He worked for the Crossbell News Service. And the war coverage he did to earn that award is the very same which robbed him of his sight. Since then, he's continued covering news all over the continent as a freelancer for several publications. Nielsen is distinguished among even the best journalists. He's that talented. Really now. Never would have guessed we were being interviewed by such a celebrity. Marcel Nielsen. If we get the chance, let's speak with him again sometime. Indeed. Right, so let's now end this part here. And the next part we'll be heading off to mines. Because, you know, that's where Fran told us to go, so that's where we'll go. So, actually, we'll start the next part at the SSS, because we need to hand in that so we can get the DPs and stuff, so we'll do that at the start of the next part. Ta-da for now!